Welcome back to Ledyard, Connecticut, the Foxwoods Casino and Resort. And we are just about set for our main event between Pat Lawlor and Dana Rosenblatt. You've seen Dana Rosenblatt before here on ESPN. He has surprised some people with some great improvement.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dana Rosenblatt.
The emergence of Dana Rosenblatt began quietly on ESPN. When he beat Frank Savannah in 1994, it was a nice little grudge match. The fight had been rescheduled after stomach pains caused Rosenblatt to cancel the first bout. There was certainly nothing wrong with Dana's heart. And there was nothing wrong with his power against Randy Williams in his next fight. After that TKO, Rosenblatt got 3 wins. The most notable was this 10-round war with Troy Watson. For the first 3 rounds, Watson attacked effectively. Rosenblatt was surprised Watson moved straight ahead so well. Then came the adjustment. Rosenblatt managed to duck beneath Watson's punches. He began working the body, then shifted outside. Slowly, he took over and was able to capture the fight going away. It may have been his most important win and the biggest in a very good year.
You know, I had some good fights in '95. The Chad Parker fight was a big fight for me. You know, knocking him out in 1 round in defense of the Continental Americas Championship. And also a good fight with Troy Watson where I went the distance, and another fight with Floyd Williams where I went the distance in 12 rounds. So I got some good experience last year in '95.
While Watson was Rosenblatt's toughest 1995 test, he may have brought out the most improvement and made Rosenblatt more seasoned, looking for a title shot soon.
During the Watson fight, you know, he really brought out the best in me in the sense that, you know, it was back and forth, and what he made me do is see what he was bringing to the fight, and then I kind of imposed my will on him from the 4th round on, and basically took over the fight. And, you know, that's something for me that's given me the confidence to go 10, to go 12, and feel strong.
Well, Dana Rosenblatt has been strong. There's the gentleman who presents his opposition tonight, Pat Lawlor. Interesting man from the West Coast, came here from San Francisco, a 32-year-old veteran. Hasn't been all that smooth for him. He's had some losses in recent times, and you see most of those losses really to major opponents. He doesn't mind actually being labeled a journeyman. He says he's realistic about it.
I guess it means experience. It's better than looking like an apprentice. That's all right. No, it's all right with me. I don't mind being a journeyman, as long as I'm not a stepping stone. And that's what I'm trying to prove that I'm not.
All right, so he makes the distinction between journeyman and stepping stone, and there is a distinction, isn't there?
That's right. It's not necessarily a finer shade of meaning. A journeyman on a given night can come up with a big performance and get a win. A stepping stone can't win anywhere, anytime, anywhere.
No matter what, he's not going to win. All right, that's Pat Lawlor. And that is Dana Rosenblatt, very popular figure in this part of the country. He's from Malden, Massachusetts. He has improved in leaps and bounds and has made himself into what many people believe he is, which is a top middleweight contender. And we will find out now how they can win this. Dave's keys to victory.
Well, now, Rosenblatt with the body shots, that's been a trademark. The right hooks have always been effective for him. For Lawlor, hey, make it ugly. Tie Dana Rosenblatt up and try to do it that way. Utilize the angles. Make it his kind of a fight. Maybe try to get the crowd against Dana Rosenblatt.
All right, we are just about set to go here. They are middleweights. It is our main event. Dana Rosenblatt and Pat Lawlor. J.J. Wright's in the center of the ring. We know he's ready. Let's go to him.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for some action? All right, here we go. Tonight's main event. This will be a scheduled 10-rounder between 2 extremely exciting middleweights. Our referee for this bout is Steve Smoker. Let's meet our players on this particular little dance card. First of all, in the red corner, checking in at 163 pounds, sporting the green and gold trunks, all the way from San Francisco, California, with a record of 21-7, including 6 knockouts, Pat Lawlor. And now, in the blue corner, with the white and blue trunks, rolling out at 163 pounds, from Malden, Massachusetts, with the very impressive record of 26 wins, 19 of which have been knockouts. Would you give it up for Dangerous Dana Rosenblatt? So, gentlemen, if you're ready, it is time to jam.
All right, guys, you're giving your instructions downstairs. Obey my commands at all times. Respect the bell at all times and protect yourself at all times. Pat, this is a clean shot. Dana, that's a clean shot. Any questions? Touch him up. God bless, fellas.
There's Pat Lawlor comes in here off an 8-round win over Hector Gutierrez, but as we showed you in that graphic, not all successful in those last 9 fights. For Dana Rosenblatt, he is undefeated, beat Tyrone Griffin his last time out, knocked him out in 2 rounds, and or rather Floyd Williams, excuse me, and we'll see how they fare.
Rosenblatt talked about getting back to the body, which had been his trademark, and in some other fights he's tried to round himself out more. He figures this will be the perfect fight to get back to that, and the body shots have helped that knockout ratio for him.
Rosenblatt very much believes that Lawlor is not the kind of a threat to knock him out. Lawlor only has 6 knockouts and 23 wins. And that is making, I think, Rosenblatt be even more aggressive here in round 1, isn't it?
Well, Lawlor is already smiling with the first body shot. That's not a good sign for him. And Rosenblatt is going right to him here. And it is a good approach to take against a journeyman or a stepping stone, is the idea, don't let that person think they're in the fight. And Rosenblatt trying to make that happen here.
Rosenblatt, when he gets on the inside, is a very effective puncher to the body and the head. We've seen him work so well on the inside. Young man who began as a kickboxer and a martial artist, had a black belt in the Korean fighting art of Hasudo when he was only 16 years old. He's a young man that likes to accomplish things.
And he landed that last body shot from far away. Lawlor is nothing but a catcher at this point.
Straight left hand gets in by Dana Rosenblatt. So round 1, an excellent round for Rosenblatt. There's Lawlor working on the inside. You know, not too many boxers on this planet will leave their careers, however, with a win over Roberto Duran and Wilfred Benitez. Now,
regardless,
Pat Lawlor has wins over both those men, but of course, those were in 1990, 91. Benitez was definitely at the end of his string, and Duran was in a down cycle. And of course, even then, he was about 40 years old.
But you know what that will be when you tell the grandchildren.
Oh, hey.
I beat them both.
And he did. Lawlor smiling again as he gets hit with the left hand. He is a colorful and flamboyant guy.
And he's already in a gut check situation here as Rosenblatt tried to get this thing done early.
Boy, Dana Rosenblatt is going after him. Make no mistake about it. So round 1 comes to a conclusion, and for Dana Rosenblatt, it was just the way he drew it up on the blackboard. 2 weeks hence, we will be with you again here on ESPN2. Sunday, February 18th. Mark your calendar, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Stevie Johnston, the NABF lightweight champion, facing Mark Fernandez. Stevie Johnston, one of the bright lights in the lightweight division. That's in Denver, Colorado, Stevie Johnston's hometown. And we will look forward to seeing you here on ESPN2 Sunday, February 18th. Dave and I will both be there, and we hope you will be too.
If you go back to the right. You know what I'm saying? Go back to the right. Let them run into some of them lead right hands when you get opportunity. Throw it. Don't hesitate with your punches, okay? Let them go. Punching combinations with her.
Well, it's a bad sign that already they're using end swell in the right eye of Pat Lawlor. He's got an abrasion underneath the right eye. He took a lot of punches in that first round. Dana Rosenblatt was on.
And he was loading up on those shots, too. Excellent body shots and really putting it to overdrive a little early for himself. And Rosenblatt with a substantial edge there. And the power punches for him were quite significant, and he's loading it up again.
He is a very good body puncher. One of the things Danny Rosenblatt does so well, you don't always see this from guys that want to get inside. He jabs his way in all the time, and even if he doesn't land the jab, he uses it as a range fight. See, look, that one jab made him get in there.
And he doesn't get hit getting in. So it keeps his forward momentum going and enables him to turn and get into his shots here.
And tonight especially, he does not feel Lawlor can hurt him, so he'll show even more bravado in coming in.
Again, Rosenblatt with the jab, trying to set something up here.
So we're in round 2. It is scheduled for 10. Pat Lawlor in the green, Dana Rosenblatt in the white and pale blue trunks. Oh, he digs those right hooks to the body.
You just see the way he leans in and gets the perfect hip leverage and turn into those punches and maximizes them. And it shows some pretty good quickness because then he's out of there before he can get countered.
Halfway through round 2, Rosenblatt had a very good 1995. Dave chronicled it in the feature he did on him. The one-round knockout of Chad Parker surprised some people because they thought Rosenblatt would probably win, but to knock him out in one round was dramatic. He learned a lot in his win over Troy Watson, as Dave pointed out. And he's just been developing and getting better and better. And Dave, now they're talking about Dana Rosenblatt and Vinny Pazienza a few months down the road.
That would be a nice promotion. And I think the best part for Rosenblatt is that the improvement has come in small increments. It has kept him working harder. He knows that the steady work has gotten him up there, not one big leap. So he has to continue to work hard at his skills, and little by little gets up there and perfects what's going to help him later on, this body attack.
Beautiful right hook by... This is as good as I've seen Rosenblatt work on the inside. We've seen him work well on the inside, and he has done one thing he said that he would do. He told us, I'm going to the body more in this spot, and he's done that.
And you see that he's had perfect balance when he's done that too. So when he's getting all those shots off, when he follows through, he's still in good punching position.
Well, round 2 comes to a conclusion. Not a second too soon for Pat Lawlor. We'll be back.
In 5 minutes, Eva.
Okay, you ready? You look great.
Couldn't do without you, Lee. Especially after...
That's what I'm here for, huh? A few weeks ago, I was getting Eva ready for her close-up when I noticed something. Dandruff. So I told her about Head & Shoulders. The regular shampoos just rinse flakes away so they can come back. Head & Shoulders helps prevent flakes from even forming. You see the difference?
White, please.
What? You look beautiful. Head & Shoulders, because great hair can't have flakes.
Before the puck is dropped. Before the game is on. Before the teams hit the ice. Saturday nights are spent here. SO NHL Saturday night before the game. TSN.
Well, when you jab your way in, as Dana Rosenblatt does here, no cover charge. You're right inside. You can get your offense going.
Good illustration there in that replay of how he does get on the inside. We head into round 3. Al Bernstein, Dave Bontempo, happy you joined us for our first boxing card of the year, professional boxing card of the year on ESPN2.
Well, Rosenblatt again with those tremendous edge, and Lawlor landing one for good measure there. As Rosenblatt completely dominant. And that's just the jab department, and that sets up this on the inside. Lawlor is earning his pay tonight in what he has taken.
Well, Lawlor, when he faces the better opposition, even in losing, usually goes the distance. He went the distance with Camacho, lost to Pat Poussin in LA. Was PKO'd by Randy Smith earlier this year. Terry Norris knocked him out in 3 rounds in December of 1992, but by and large, he will go the distance in bouts, even if he loses. Tonight, he has taken a fearful beating over the first 2.5 rounds. I mean, he is getting whacked with some huge punches.
Well, he's creating his own niche between that distinction of stepping stone and journeyman, a survivor. That's all he's just taking shots here.
And one thing that Dana Rosenblatt does so well, when he has a fighter in the corner, he doesn't just stand right in front of him. He shifts to the left and the right, looking for good leverage to land body shots and head shots.
You don't see a cheap body shot by Dana Rosenblatt.
Nice right hook. He leapt in with that right hook, and down goes Pat Lawlor.
6, Pat. 7.
Well, that's it.
That looked like Floyd Patterson lunging it into Mario Hansen, and Pat Lawlor will not get up. That was unlike Dana Rosenblatt, who went against everything we had said he was doing, and it worked.
That's because he went so well to the body, He had Lawlor so concerned about it. There has to be that one opening in the fight.
Wow.
Look the body, and go to the head.
As I pointed out, Pat Lawlor, who now, thank goodness, is up sitting on a stool, not an easy man to get out of there. Terry Norris had done it, but of course he's a world-class fighter as well. But in this instance, it was one right hook by Dana Rosenblatt that did it.
Now, he's going downstairs the whole time. There he saw an opening, picked it out before he stepped, took a shot with it, and it landed perfectly. You know, it's just like in so many other sports, you can't key on one thing. Rosenblatt had been going to the body the entire fight. You can understand why Lawlor would be concerned with it, and then he's going to taste it upstairs.
Let's just hear it.
Make him pay, Pat. Come on.
Yeah. Well, he didn't leap quite as high or quite as far as Floyd Patterson, but boy, he got that hook in.
It even looked a little like Hagler Ham Show 2 in there, too.
Also a good analogy. Well, excellent work by Dana Rosenblatt. Something that's rare for him, a one-punch knockout, but that is pretty rare in boxing in general. And what he has done, folks, is paved the way for an April 13th fight right here on ESPN in the Fleet Center against Howard Davis Jr. Yes, that Howard Davis Jr., who amazingly at the age of 40 is fighting as a middleweight and apparently doing quite well.
They won't have a ring this big.
No, that is for sure.
That will be a 16-foot ring probably. Rosenblatt 81-29 on the punches, and Lawlor, it was game as he could be, but Rosenblatt was too much, knew what he was up against, and tremendous right hook to end it.
We saw a little bit of everything from this man, Dana Rosenblatt, who is showing you that at the age of 24, he is poised to make a move in what is now a pretty open middleweight division. So perhaps for Dana Rosenblatt, there are some options open to him. J.J. Wright is in center ring. Let's go to him.
Let's make it official. An official time of 2:04 into round 3 with the knockout, still undisputed, dangerous Dana Rosenblatt.
He does remain undefeated. Dana Rosenblatt has his 27th win as a professional, his 20th by knockout. It was a beauty. Dave Bontempo will have a chance to chat with them when we return.
We make maple leaf wieners for Courtney, who will only eat Mr. Broccoli if he hasn't touched Mr. Gravy. We make maple leaf wieners for Tim, who says peas explode in his mouth. And for Caitlin, whose scrambled eggs must be shaped like little bugs. Maple leaf wieners have a taste made especially for kids. For Kenny, who won't eat anything with sauce, and Jason, who won't eat anything without sauce, there will always be
the right frame of mind.
That's what I'm here for, huh? A few weeks ago, I was getting Eva ready for her close-up when I noticed something. Dandruff. So I told her about Head & Shoulders. The regular shampoos just rinse flakes away so they can come back. Head & Shoulders helps prevent flakes from even forming. You see the difference? What? You look beautiful. Head & Shoulders, because great hair can't have flakes.
This is how Dana Rosenblatt got it done here tonight, knocking out a man not so easy to knock out, Pat Lawlor. A lunging right hook, and then a second one for good measure. sent Pat Lawlor down and pretty much out. There's the man of the hour, Dana Rosenblatt. With him is Dave Bontempo.
Okay, well, Dana, from the right side, that could have been Patterson Johansson. From the left side, that looked like Hagler Hampshire. Which do you like?
I like both. Either one, that's fine with me.
You know, you started out the body shots the entire night. Do you think that you had him so keyed into that he really couldn't see this one?
I was really kind of feigning him with my right hook. I know that's the punch that could take guys out with one shot, as I did with Chad Parker. And, you know, I was baiting him with the left hand. I was hitting him with the jab all night. And he was really kind of confused. He couldn't get away from it. And I noticed he was backing up with his feet together. And, you know, then I was throwing the left to the body, the left to the head. And I knew that if I just kept throwing that left long enough and feigning him, baiting him with the right hook, boom, I'd catch him with it. And I did.
You talked about going to the body this morning, that you wanted to do that more. And it looks like you certainly did that.
Well, you know, I was thinking about it right as I started this fight. I'm thinking, I got to go to his body with my left hand. And, you know, I let off with it to the head, and then I put it back down to the body, and I saw, you know, he kind of winked and smiled, you know, when I hit him to the body. So, yeah, I knew that it was bothering him. So, you know, that's the story there, you know.
You and Howard Davis, perhaps, you won't give him a ring this big, will you?
No, we'll try to cut the ring down for Howard. Yeah, well, you know, I'm really happy with this fight. You know, I did a lot of things. I changed a lot of things. I went back to you know, a diet filled with a lot of protein and, you know, utilized some weightlifting, and I felt that really made me a lot more explosive. And, you know, I'm really happy with that. And furthermore, Ma, I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. Charlie, happy birthday. Here's that present you asked me for, babe. Hey, Franklin Sports, no fear.
Happy birthday, girl.
All right.
Happy birthday, girls.
Dana gets it all done. Congratulations to you. Let's take it back now to Al.
Dana Rosenblatt, the graduate from Bunker Hill Community College, still going to go back for his bachelor's degree, but I'll tell you what, he got some credits in boxing tonight in beating Pat Lawlor. We'll be back. We got more boxing action here from Ledyard, Connecticut. Don't go anywhere.
We make maple leaf wieners for Courtney, who will only eat Mr. Broccoli if he hasn't touched Mr. Gravy. We make maple leaf wieners for Tim, who says peas explode in his mouth. And for Caitlin, whose scrambled eggs must be shaped like little bugs. Maple leaf wieners have a taste made especially for kids. For Kenny, who won't eat anything with sauce, and Jason, who won't eat anything without sauce, there will always be maple leaf.
Wednesday, take your cue from TSN and enjoy a little table talk.
I'm Barney Bentall, and you're watching Dufferin's Hooked on Pool on TSN.
Join Tara Short, Peter Fleming, and former world champion Cliff Thorburn.
You're going to watch college basketball here in the Deuce. As we continue on, that is Darren Whitley coming to the ring. He will take on Anthony Rivera. Whitley from Holyoke, Massachusetts. One of two twins that box. And yes, he is in the house. He must know that we're on ESPN 2. Anthony Rivera, because you just wouldn't wear that shirt if it was just regular old ESPN, where, you know, the folks are considerably less